before the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Texas State Bobcats and the Fresno State Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sideline, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Checking in with the Texas State head coach before the game. He understands that they are walking into a very difficult situation today. Their opponents have a big winning streak on hand, but so do they. He said, I believe that we can come and set the tone early. Look for them to be very balanced in their play calling, show why they've won these games 3 in a row, and really set the tone here early in the first quarter. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Fresno State will kick it off, and we will be underway. On the move from inside his 5. He gets a block. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't. It's a touchdown.
And this place was going bananas. It was going nuts. The atmosphere was incredible. But how about the visitors setting the tone? The opening kickoff return, taking it back to the house. And now, guys, it's gotten really, really quiet.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. How about that for starting things with a bang? Opening kickoff and house that baby. What a job there. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Bulldogs offense will start this game off with the football. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, in a lot of spots, except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power 4. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number 1 for this squad. Let's not complicate this. My man is better than your man. Find your matchups and go get them.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Neutral zone defense. The offense moved, but it was because the defender jumped into the neutral zone, and the offense will pick up the 5. Defense made that job a little easier after the encroachment. It's 1st and 5. Martin will throw it. Wiggles free. Here's the pressure. And this one falls incomplete, but I think the defense was in the neutral zone. It was a free play. Offside.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on first down, 1st and 10. They want to throw it. Floats it out in space. Breaks the tackle. Snags it, and there's running room. They are on the move down 32, and they pick up another first down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the counter play. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season, and these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this
and the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty marker right at the line of scrimmage, and this may go against the defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start on offense.
And the offense will take the penalty, move the ball forward, and save the down. That false start will just increase the degree of difficulty. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try the middle. There's some room. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Fresno State.
It's a nice decision by the quarterback there in the RPO. He's reading the keys on defense. They say hand the ball off. You want to do that. When you've got a guy this special in the backfield, David, get him as many touches as possible.
And a lot of times on those RPOs, the defense just have to hesitate for a second, and that little pause will open up those creases, and he takes full advantage of the defense just freezing for a second, makes the big, long touchdown run.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And he finished off the drive with a 30-yard scoring scamper. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Bobcats offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And here comes Arch Manning. He threw for 6 touchdowns in their victory last time out. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Arch is going to throw for it. Got his man. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Bobcats want to move quickly.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Fires to the right. The short hands, it's Evans. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
When you run those routes, those curl routes just like that, those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football. So you better put that thing on a line, and the QB did there. Put it on a line. Great job. Great catch. First down.
It's a fumble on the play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. A lot of ball handling goes on in the option, but after you pull it, you got to make sure you take care of it.
Because you're going to be in the teeth of the defense, right, Reese? I mean, if you pull that football, you're still in the center of the field where all those big D linemen and linebackers are living, so you got to be extra careful with your ball security.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Owens. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Martin back to pass. Fires to the big fella. Bust through behind his pad. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Let's take a second to talk about Fresno State. Always nice to get a win on the recruiting trail. They feel like they did, landing a 3-star wide receiver, verbal commitment. They feel like he has the type of talent that can help a program at this level.
It's going to help their offense right away. I think one of the biggest reasons why he chose this program was because he felt he could get on the field right away and help them out. Bigger programs are out after him. He thought he might have to wait his turn elsewhere. Not the case here. Expect him to make some plays early on.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. From the gun, wants to pass. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. Smashes it between the uprights. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. There he goes. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. The Bobcats racing to the line in the hurry-up.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He's got him. They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Arch Madness. Got a man, it's Evans. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. At the 20, he's got space. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Texas State.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. And you saw it right there.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. They marched 79 yards on the drive. And he closed the deal by racing 35 yards to pay dirt. Let's see what he can do with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Neither team's wasted time putting points on the board. They've got it back, down 14-10. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Got the quick completion. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Line getting set on 2nd down. Defense showing blitz here. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. And they got the completion, but no yards. Now they need to go forward to avoid a 3rd and long. He leaves it with his back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Martin will throw it. Pocket breaking down. And down he goes.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Texas State takes the field, hoping to get this drive started. Running inside, it's Jackson. Picks up the 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Bobcats are in the hurry-up.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
With the catch, it's Cobb.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
Here's Arch to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the second half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing game.
Working their way closer and closer, a 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the 1st down.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Quick release on the RPO. And tackled there by the defense. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. action. Here's Manning. Under fire. Trying to buy time. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The Bobcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Manning. Caught in the backfield, it's Jackson. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Jackson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal block.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on second down for this offense. Sends it back in motion. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. And guys, they've come through on the first 2 third-down tries. This one might be a little tougher. Manning from the gun on third down. He's got it and still on his feet. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And the Bobcats will try to convert on fourth down. Fourth down, Manning. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of them. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Give to the running back. Gives him a little more breathing room, a 3-yard gain out to the 7. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. They'll run it from the gun.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Breaks into the open. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. He now has 85 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Manning on play action. He spins that thing down the middle. He's got it. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Bobcats have it in scoring position on first and goal. Touchdown, Texas State. Put 6 on the board. That's the first score of the day for the nation's leader in receiving touchdowns.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. And it looks as if we're going to get a timeout here as a man is shaken up. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on that. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Martin back to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Makes one man miss. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Finds space on the right. Breaks free, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
On to attempt the try. And they tack on the extra point to cut the lead to 21-17. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they get it done with a big play, a 76-yarder for the score. On the run from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Quickly out to the tight end. And he's knocked down. And the Bobcats headed quickly to the line. Manning lines up in the gun on third down. Finds a tight end. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Throwing Manning. Right on target this time. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. Oh, and the attempt is no good. After the miss, the lead is still full. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We begin our coverage with Alabama taking on the number 12 team, the Auburn Tigers. And it's the Crimson Tide coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. That caps the season off with a very fine 8-4 record. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big 12. Now over to your game in Fresno. This running back is enjoying one very productive day. He's the bell cow for this team. They are not afraid to give him the ball, and he's a big reason why they're 2 quarters from a win. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Valley Children's Stadium.
The Bobcats will line up to kick off and start the second half. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. What do they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
The Bulldogs head coach told me at the half, he said even though this star running back and freshman getting his first start has performed well here in the first half, he's got to make some decisions. They're trailing. They may have to throw the ball more, but we'll see if they can stay balanced in the run game and really continue to ride this young player, even though they're behind. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Tight end now in motion. The play action fake. Finds his big tight end. Runs through a tackle. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. The inside handoff. Powers through the defender. And there's going to be a loss on that play, just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact.
Man, he tried to do all he could. He broke one tackle, but my goodness, guys were hitting him left and right in the backfield.
This is a staple for any good defensive coordinator. They want their guys to swarm to the football, to gang tackle. If one guy misses, another one's there.
No doubt. And the staple for the offensive coordinator or the offensive line coach is block those guys. Don't watch them tackle our guys.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Fights off the defender. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. Fresno State will have to punt it away. Hauls it in at the 25. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. The long missed field goal squashed any hopes of scoring on the last drive. They'll try to get something done this time. Grabbed in the middle. It's Evans.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quick.
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Bobcats. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the 3rd quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. Pulled and fired complete. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Wide receiver going in motion. Martin will throw it. Under fire. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And defensive coaches talk about it all the time, winning 1st down. And what that does for a defense, they win 1st down, they force 2nd and long, they're ready for it. Nice job rushing the passer, getting the sack, and now putting them in an even more predictable situation, 3rd and forever. Great job by this defense.
Sweet cut there. Turning it on. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
And you gotta lock in on your keys. When they run this kind of offense and they do the replays, somebody has to account for the quarterback, and they forgot who that was, and he made them pay with a big play.
Makes a man miss. Shakes off the defender. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
To the air on 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's Owens. Runs through a man. He might have space. The 20. He's at the touchdown Bulldogs. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A very efficient five-way scoring drive. And they capped it off with an explosive in the running game, a 59-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. The Bobcats offense comes out to go to work. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Run inside. It's Pryor. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. And the Bobcats want to crank the tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
To throw, Manning. Oh, they're after him. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
Finds his man. It's Evans. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Bobcats are rolling down the field. Here's Manning to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. And the Bobcats, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll go to the counter. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Final game of the regular season, just waiting on this clock to run out. Let's check out the top 12 scoreboard right now. All of these teams fighting for playoff spots, and this is what you want to do when you're in the hunt. Finish a game like these guys have done. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
All right, well, the quarterback's showing you he is human after all. Finally throws an incompletion, and not just that, after a couple completions back-to-back-to-back, almost throws a pick.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. It's complete. He's guided out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
Man, did the defense need the stop. Great job getting the 3rd down stop. They needed to force a punt. They got to get their offense the football back so they have a chance in this football game. Really nice execution by this defense.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And he got it! Big 3 points to stretch the lead.
And that was an important kick here in the 4th quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And so the Fresno State offense comes out onto the field. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Martin back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Owens.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down. Nice move to keep running. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a 1st down at the 38. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Owens. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Could not make his way to the corner.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Right down the middle. He's got an open man. Lowers those. Another broken tackle. Touchdown, Bulldog. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Running inside. It's Pryor. Got enough for the 1st. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run the guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
The Bobcats in the hurry up.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go.
Caught! Touchdown, Bobcats! They move on top here in the fourth. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the score.
Yeah, they had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering it. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know these guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they make the tackle on the return. There is a penalty marker on the play, and they might be backing up a bit. This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. And it'll be first down for this offense after the personal foul. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. On the option. Quick toss. Plows through the defense. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play. Fresno State will have to punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Now on the return. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Browning. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. After the miscue, 1st and 15 for this offense. The run inside. It's Browning. So the defense uses a timeout here. 2:08 remaining on the clock. They didn't want it to get down to the 2-minute stoppage.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
They want that clock to run. Still running at the 35. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. And the Bobcats have it with a 1st and 10. He breaks a tackle and runs through another one. Give him 105 yards on the ground, and just another day at the office for the national leader in rushing. And the defense in desperation mode, trying to hang on to give their team a chance. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. The Bobcats will try to run off the clock in the final minute. Motion from the wideout. Snags it, and he's open. Touchdown, Texas State. And they take it in for 6 more points. That might be the proverbial 4th quarter dagger as they try to finish off their 12th straight win.
With that last touchdown, they remain.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.